Hello everyone, welcome back to another lessons on machine learning hands-on. So in today's lessons, we are going to learn, or we are going to write a program to identify and the display count of missing value available in each column of a given data set. Okay, so also it's normally called count the missing value of each columns in a given data set, right? So in previous video, we have already seen the important functions of data inspection, right? Head, tails, info, description, shape, and before that we have already seen how to load the data, right? So now again in this lecture, so that is called lecture 3. So let me mark it down, lecture 3. Okay. So in this, first we are going to, I'm again going to write the every code, here, like importing the libraries and all the things. Okay, maybe sometime if you are forget, if you are very new to this video. Okay, so let me do this again. So first we have to import the library. Okay, so import pandas. You might have memorized this everything as PD. Okay, and the second step is file path. Okay, so name of the file, so I'm going to write the file path. Okay, so call file path. Okay, so file path equal to name of the file, like titanic.csv file. Okay, and then after we are going to load data set, load data set to data frame variable, right? Data frame variable. So how to do that? Create some variable called df equal to pd dot read csv, right? And then name of the file, that is called file path. Okay, and then after just display the informations. Okay, and then we are going to do the rest of the thing. Okay, so execute this line of code. Okay, so this one. So now we are going to identify the missing value and count. Okay, so we are going to count and display the how many missing value available. Okay, so for doing so, let's going to create one more variable called missing values. Okay, and then df, and there is one method for checking missing value or to detect or identify the missing value, that is called isNull. Okay, so that is called isNull. Okay, and then after we are going to call sum. Sum means it will count all the first it will check the null value in each column. Okay, so and sum is means if you're calling directly in df.isNull. Okay, so this function is going to apply to each columns, right? Not only of single rows, right? It's going to apply on each columns, and for each column we are going to aggregate, or we are going to sum like number of null columns available. Okay, and then after you can print. Okay, so that is called missing values. Paste it here, just run this again. Okay, so you can see count of missing value of each column. Passenger, there is no missing value. Survive, so 0 means there is no any missing value in this column, right? So for this column, this also for age there is 177 missing values. Okay, from these are also 0. Also this column cabin also have this number of missing value. Missing value means there is no any value available. Okay, and embark also 2, so these are 2. Okay, so sometimes it's happen when we're creating some data set, right? So we are collecting, suppose these are Titanic information, right? So for these Titanic informations, you can see cabin, there is number of this, there is no any value of cabin. Okay, and here is only 2 column, that does not has any value, right? But rest of the thing have some value. Okay, for if you are creating data, obviously passenger ID required. Okay, so that's why we are storing some information. So it's just indicating that like which of the column or mandatory columns, or maybe if you are filling some online form, something like that. So you when you are filling something, so there is mention like what is some optional thing, what is the required field value, right? Something like that. So based on that, it's giving some criteria like which columns has mandatory, which columns are optional, something like that. But just I'm explaining how to illustrate with real life examples. But how we are collecting the data, that could be based on the form or based on some survey, anything could be, right? So that is about the counting. Again, if you know the things, so I think you can count easily, right? So how can do that? df.info, I think I have already explained. Also, I think this is not correct way, but if you want to check the null values, okay, null values or missing value, so also you can get the idea from here. How you can get that? Let's run this. Okay, so you can see these passenger total number of rows, how row entry are there, 891 means this number of rows are available. So for these 90s of rows, okay, means this number of data, right? So this number of data should be for each column, right? So you can see for passenger ID there is 891 entries, survival there is 891 entry, for P class there is 1 entries, everything for you can till now here you can see all that data, but here you can see 714. So it means these are total, this number of passenger has age, okay? So you can see this means showing all these has some value, okay? So 891, here you can see 892. So these are how many value available for each passenger data, right? So passenger ID, whatever things these, so how many passenger have none, there is no any cabin name, something like that, okay? So here you can see these are not null value. So and reverse on that you can remove from here, okay? So 891 minus 177, so you can get this one, okay? 891 total entries, and you're going to remove 687, you are going to 204, and 891, it means total number of entries minus how many not null, okay? So there is this number of record are available. There is, see, there's this number of passenger available. For that available passenger, only this passenger has embarked value, right? Rest of that some empty value like that. So this is meaning of that. So maybe also you can get the idea from here, but I think with the help of this you cannot going to do more, operations, or because rest of the information is not mandatory, not relevant basically, right? But this was a standard way of doing checking the missing value like that, okay? So this way also you can check, okay? So this was the basic program. So maybe if something you are facing some issue like that, so you can also comment down below. So this was the only the basic thing I was discussing this video. In next video I will come with some others concept, or because in this program we are going to solve one simple questions, and based on that we are going to record video and we are going to upload, so that you can get the idea, or your focus should be only one concept at a time, right? So that's all available for this video. So let's meet in another one. If you have some doubt, also you can leave the comment down below. Otherwise, let's meet in another one, okay? So thank you for watching.